Hello, New York Yankees fans. We have brand new exclusive videos and the latest news for you. Before we get started, we'd like to invite you to join our channel and give this video a like. It's crucial to get exclusive access to the latest updates. When the whispers first started circling around Yankee Stadium, most fans brushed them off as nothing more than wishful thinking. After all, the New York Yankees are no strangers to having their names linked with superstar players every offseason, and many of those stories fade before they ever become reality. But then came the buzz about NOLAN ARENADO, one of the most polished third basemen in the entire league, and suddenly things began to feel different. ARENADO's combination of defensive brilliance, consistent power at the plate, and veteran leadership is the type of package that fans in the Bronx dream about. It's not just another rumor tossed into the mix. It's the kind of talk that makes you pause and imagine the number 28 hanging from his back in pinstripes. The thought alone has electrified conversations among fans, and it's spreading like wildfire through sports radio, podcasts, and online forums. There's a collective murmur that maybe, just maybe, the Yankees front office has its sights set on bringing in a game changer, someone who doesn't just fill a gap, but actually redefines the identity of the lineup. That's why this ARENADO story is refusing to die down. The idea of NOLAN ARENADO walking out of the dugout in Yankee pinstripes isn't just about adding another bat or glove. It's about transforming the entire culture of the roster. His reputation as a defensive wizard at third base is legendary, with highlight reel plays that not only save runs, but shift momentum in critical games. Imagine that energy in the cauldron of Yankee Stadium, where every at-bat and every throw is magnified by the weight of history. The Yankees have long been criticized for relying too heavily on power-hitting sluggers who sometimes fail to deliver in big postseason moments. But ARENADO brings a combination of reliability and flair that could settle the nerves of both teammates and fans. His Gold Glove pedigree is unmatched, and his consistent offensive numbers, 30-plus home runs, near 100 RBIs year after year, make him more than just a defensive cornerstone. It makes him the total package. That blend of offense and defense is exactly what New York has lacked in recent seasons, and it's the sort of element that can swing tight playoff games. The Yankees front office knows that pinstripe legends are built not just on stats, but on charisma and grit, and ARENADO's arrival would tick every box. Of course, whenever rumors swirl around a franchise as big as the Yankees, the question of money inevitably becomes the centerpiece of the debate. The Yankees have the resources to sign almost anyone, but the modern front office has often chosen to weigh financial flexibility over splashing cash just for the sake of headlines. However, NOLAN ARENADO isn't just anyone. He represents an investment in stability at a position the Yankees have struggled to lock down for years. Think back to the revolving door at third base since the twilight of Alex Rodriguez's career. Players have come and gone, some serviceable, others forgettable, but none carrying the aura of a superstar. ARENADO changes that equation completely. Yes, his contract is massive, and yes, it would require serious financial maneuvering, but the potential payoff in performance and prestige feels worth the risk. Yankees ownership knows fans are hungry for another iconic player to carry the torch, and Nolan's brand of old school, hard-nosed baseball fits the DNA of the franchise. More than just dollars and cents, it's about making a statement that the Yankees are done playing small and are ready to be feared again. The timing of this rumor couldn't be more intriguing. The Yankees are at a crossroads, balancing the pressure to compete in a loaded American League with the reality that their core roster has struggled to deliver on championship expectations. Aaron Judge remains the face of the team, but he can't shoulder the burden alone, especially when injuries keep reshuffling the batting order. Adding ARENADO into the mix gives the Yankees another veteran star with postseason experience, someone who can thrive under the harshest spotlight in the sport. The American League East is brutally competitive, with the Blue Jays, Rays, and Orioles all emerging as legitimate threats. If the Yankees want to separate themselves, they need more than incremental improvement. They need shockwaves. They need a signing that reverberates through every rival clubhouse. Bringing in NOLAN ARENADO would do exactly that, sending a message that the Yankees aren't just content to contend, but are desperate to dominate. The optics of pairing Judge's power with ARENADO's all-around excellence would strike fear into pitchers across the league, and suddenly, a struggling lineup would feel like a powerhouse again. Behind closed doors, insiders suggest that conversations between the Yankees and ARENADO's camp are more advanced than fans might realize. No one wants to say too much, but the fact that ARENADO's name keeps surfacing from credible sources suggests that smoke might indeed be leading to fire. The Yankees brass knows the risk of disappointing fans if the deal doesn't happen, but the persistence of the story indicates that this is not simply speculation. Could it be that the front office has quietly been working on a blockbuster that would change the face of the franchise overnight? That possibility has turned this rumor into one of the most fascinating storylines of the offseason. Even players around the league have reportedly taken notice, privately acknowledging that ARENADO and New York would be a nightmare matchup. That's the power of the Yankees' mystique. When the franchise gets linked to someone of ARENADO's caliber, the narrative instantly shifts from what if to win. For fans, the anticipation feels almost unbearable, as if history is on the verge of repeating itself with another seismic superstar arrival in the Bronx. And then there's the emotional side of it all, the intangible factor that numbers and contracts can't fully capture. Nolan Arenado is the type of player who thrives on passion, intensity, and the love of the game, and that aligns perfectly with the heartbeat of New York baseball. The Bronx demands more than talent. It demands personality, a fire that connects with fans on a visceral level. Think about the legends who came before: Reggie Jackson, Derek Jeter, Paul O'Neill. Each of them carried not only skill, but also an edge, a flair for the dramatic that elevated them into larger-than-life figures. Arenado has that same spark. He plays with emotion, dives into the dirt without hesitation, and treats every inning like it matters. In a city that worships hustle as much as home runs, he could become an instant fan favorite. The Yankees fan base craves heroes they can believe in, and if Arenado steps into that role, the roar of Yankee Stadium might just reach a new level. That emotional connection could be the ultimate reason this rumor refuses to fade. It just feels right. The potential union between Nolan Arenado and the Yankees is more than just a baseball transaction. It's the birth of a storyline that feels destined to dominate headlines for months. Every time a superstar has landed in New York, it's been more than about statistics. It's about narrative, legacy, and the theater of the sport. Arenado embodies that theatrical element with his flair for the dramatic and his highlight reel plays that inspire awe. Picture him snagging a screaming line drive down the third base line, leaping into foul territory, and rifling a throw across the diamond as Yankee fans erupt in approval. That's the kind of imagery that sells jerseys, fills seats, and restores the aura of invincibility that once defined the franchise. In a market where perception can be as powerful as performance, Arenado's arrival would instantly reset expectations. He wouldn't just be a piece of the puzzle. He would be a banner headline, the kind of move that cements New York's identity as baseball's ultimate destination. It's no wonder that fans, commentators, and even rivals can't stop talking about it. There's a sense that something historic is brewing, and it feels bigger than the game itself. Adding Arenado would also bring balance to a Yankees roster that has often looked lopsided in recent seasons. Too often, the lineup has leaned on streaky power hitters who could demolish baseballs but struggle with consistency when the games matter most. Arenado represents something different. He's steady, professional, and dependable, the type of hitter who can grind through an at-bat and deliver clutch contact when it counts. That's exactly what the Yankees need when October rolls around and pitchers are attacking every weakness with surgical precision. Defensively, his glove would bring order to an infield that has lacked a true anchor. Opposing base runners would think twice before testing the hot corner with him stationed there. The psychological edge of having such a defensive presence cannot be understated. Teammates feed off that kind of security, and pitchers gain confidence knowing that balls hit toward third are almost guaranteed outs. It's a ripple effect that changes the chemistry of an entire roster. In short, Arenado doesn't just improve one position. He elevates the whole team, And in New York, that's exactly the type of impact move that fans have been demanding for years. What makes this rumor especially captivating is how it reflects the shifting philosophy of the Yankees organization. For years, there's been debate about whether the team should build patiently through player development or return to its old ways of buying superstars to dominate the market. The ARENADO buzz suggests a potential blending of both strategies, a willingness to develop young talent while also seizing the opportunity to add proven veterans who can deliver immediately. It's a move that signals ambition and intent, a declaration that the Yankees are unwilling to let their championship window slip away quietly. For a fan base that measures success by rings, patience has worn thin. The thought of watching Judge, ARENADO, and a core of hungry youngsters compete together feels like the perfect bridge between eras. It's a statement that says, we're not waiting for tomorrow. We're winning now. And if that truly is the front office's mindset, then bringing in ARENADO could become the symbolic turning point for the franchise's next great chapter. History has shown that bold moves often define the Yankees' legacy, and this one would fit right into that tradition. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. There's also the pressure of legacy weighing on ARENADO himself. He's built an impressive career with multiple All-Star appearances, Gold Gloves, and Silver Sluggers. But the one thing missing is the deep postseason run that immortalizes great players. New York offers that platform like no other city in the world. Wearing pinstripes means every game is magnified, every swing is analyzed, and every October appearance carries the weight of decades of history. For some players, that spotlight is too much. For others, it's the ultimate proving ground. ARENADO has the personality and the competitive fire to not only handle the pressure, but to thrive in it. Joining the Yankees would give him the stage he's been waiting for, and if he delivers under those lights, his name could be etched alongside the legends who came before him. For ARENADO, this move isn't just about money or convenience, it's about legacy. That's why this rumor feels so plausible. Both sides have something monumental to gain. The Yankees need a star to restore their dominance, and ARENADO needs the stage to cement his immortality in the sport's grand narrative. Behind the excitement, though, lurks the familiar tension of uncertainty. Rumors can ignite dreams, but they can also break hearts. Fans have been burned before, watching marquee names get linked to the Yankees only to sign elsewhere at the last minute. That's why some supporters remain cautious, hesitant to let themselves believe until an official announcement is made. Yet, this particular story feels stickier than most, as if there's real momentum pushing it forward. The longer it lingers in the spotlight, the harder it is to dismiss. The chatter among insiders, the subtle hints dropped in press conferences, and the timing of roster moves all add fuel to the fire. Yankees fans are caught between guarded skepticism and uncontainable excitement, living in the limbo that only sports rumors can create. It's the kind of suspense that dominates conversations at bars, workplaces, and family dinners. For a fan base that has endured frustrating playoff exits in recent years, hope feels both dangerous and irresistible. And if ARENADO does end up in pinstripes, the collective sigh of relief will quickly turn into a thunderous roar of celebration. Ultimately, whether this rumor becomes reality or fizzles out, it has already achieved something remarkable. It has reignited the imagination of Yankees fans. 4 weeks now, the thought of Nolan ARENADO at third base has united the fan base in a way few stories have. People are visualizing the first time he steps onto the field in New York, picturing the sound of the crowd as his name is announced, and dreaming of the postseason heroics that could follow. That's the magic of baseball rumors. They blur the line between fantasy and possibility, and for a while, everyone gets to live in that in-between space. If the Yankees do pull the trigger, it won't just be a signing. It will be a cultural moment, a shift in energy that ripples through the sport. And if they don't, the rumor will still be remembered as one of those what-if stories that fans talk about for years. Either way, the name Nolan ARENADO is now etched into the Yankees' orbit and the excitement it has generated proves one thing. In baseball, hope is as powerful as reality, and right now, Yankee Nation is dreaming big. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.